Hey guys, it is me, HappyCairek, and recently we've gotten a brand new update in Last Night Survival. So we've gotten 3 new locations. We have the frozen training grounds, we have the quarantine zone, and all the way here at the bottom near the police department, we have this Greenwood camping park. All of these locations have new crates. Today I'm going to show you every single crate that's been added to the game. You can open up all these crates inside of this buzzsaw, and to open up these crates, you need a bunch of different resources. For example, if you want to get this crate with fur, you'll require bolts for whatever reason, some duct tapes. I have no idea why, but hey, you'll require these resources to open that stuff up. And obviously there were some bad changes as well. For example, to open up the sunken box right now, you need to have 5 steel bars. So assembling the boat is not easier. Actually, assembling the boat now is more difficult than before. I probably have to get this off my chest and mention this at the beginning of this video that I have no idea why they had to remove the acid bath. Nobody really complained about that acid bath. It was kind of iconic. In my opinion, it's the same thing as removing the chopper. We've had this chopper since the beginning of the game. Imagine if they now changed our chopper into some sort of a bicycle or an electric scooter. That's kind of the same thing. That's how I feel about this. And what if one day they decided to release a helicopter, and instead of releasing the helicopter, they just removed the ATV? And instead of the ATV, they added the heli? I definitely don't feel they had to remove the acid bath. Plus, you can no longer store loot inside of the buzzsaw. So before you could store loot inside of the acid bath, now you can no longer do that. And because of all of those changes, some people are not happy with this update, and I believe rightfully so. I think developers definitely fumbled this update. It could have been a lot better. However, this update still has some nice things, and I want to show you those nice things. And here's something you need to know. You can also get these GPSs inside of the garage. And to get these GPSs, you have to upgrade the garage to level 2. You can upgrade it by clicking on this button here, but you will require to get these garage blueprints, and you can get these garage blueprints inside of the Genesis collection over here. So once you level up the garage to level 2, you'll be able to get these GPSs. Remember that. In my opinion, GPSs are very, very useful. Right now, I want to show you my favorite locations and my favorite crates. Let's begin with the Greenwood camping park. I don't have hundreds of hours inside of this Greenwood camping park. I haven't explored every single pixel here, but from what I know, you can definitely profit inside of this place. This is probably the easiest and simplest location out of all of those 3 new locations that they've added. First of all, let's get this GPS. Let's use it. And just like that, you can see on the minimap, we can see where we can get the loot. So this is not the loot that I want to get. I want to show you some better crates. So let's re-enter this place. Let's run to the transport hub and let's drive back to the Greenwood camping park. Take number 3. Yes, we got the Glock crate. This is the crate that I want to get. I don't think these Glock crates are very rare. They don't always spawn, but sometimes they do spawn. So just follow and go towards that Glock crate. I believe inside of this zone, you don't really have to just farm Glock crates. You can still get the iron crates. You can get the wood crates. But it's still cheaper to farm wood and iron on your own. So in my opinion, this place is kind of worth it for those Glock crates. I call it the Glock crate, but actually it's a weapon crate. Okay, whoops. Did not mean to get this close to the Raider thing. But I'm pretty sure this weapon crate has to be here. Okay, so let's snip this. And, okay, they just attacked us. I know you can sneak attack some of these raiders, so it's just a matter of sneakiness. Okay, there we go. Look at this. The Glock crate is inside of this house, so that is nice. We could also loot this entire place. Currently, we also have the scouting event, so from this place, you can get such items as food, and you can get points. Also, inside of these scouting locations, you can get sometimes a decent amount of bandages. Wow, we just got every single raider attacking us. That's definitely not what I signed up for. I thought we'll just get 3 of them. Sometimes they don't all attack you at the same time. You can sneak attack them, but whatever. We killed all of these raiders. Definitely this place could have been done easier. But if you bring melee weapons and if you are willing to spend some time looting this place, I believe you can profit. You can get bandages, you can get some healing items, some food, and whatever else. But today I just want to show you the crates. So let's hop inside of this house, and we need a crowbar. Luckily, I had 5 leather inside of my inbox to craft this crowbar. So here's another thing. Because I'm a doofus, I've forgotten, but you need crowbars to loot this place. So make sure to get crowbars. Sometimes you even need shovels. So it just depends. Okay, so they're gonna attack us now because, yeah, we got that radio thing. They started yelling. Let's kill all of these raiders real quick. Okay, 1 raider is dead. Sadly, these raiders don't drop you anything. No armor, no guns, no melee weapons. You just kill them and they disappear. But hey, we've looted this basically place. Let's get this crate over here. It's kind of sad that you cannot bring multiple crates to the base with you. You can only bring one crate. Would be cool if you could upgrade the chopper and perhaps bring 2 crates to the base. But hey, let's load this stuff on the chopper. And these crates spawn randomly. Sometimes this Glock crate is gonna spawn somewhere else. But honestly, if you're gonna loot the Greenwoods camping park, getting this crate is nice. As I said, if you have the time, you can run around this place. You can loot a bunch of other POIs and maybe you'll be able to profit. Maybe you'll be able to get some bandages. Also, those that don't know, these food items actually stack inside of the chopper. They don't stack inside of your inventory, but they do stack inside of the chopper. We're back at the base now. Let's bring this chopper closer to my buzzsaw. I have here an entrance to the buzzsaw. There we go. I could probably move that buzzsaw closer to my garage, but that's okay. Let's grab this crate with the Glocks. And I believe you can definitely profit. If you go there and you spend some time, if you try to do that place peacefully and quietly, I believe you can profit with this weapon crate. So let's fill up the resources here and let's start opening it up. So it'll take some time for us to open up this crate, but hey, let's skip it. And this is what we've gotten inside of this crate. So this time I got kind of lucky. We got a katana, we got an Uzi, and we also got an AK. Sometimes instead of this AK, you'll get a Glock. Sometimes instead of this Colt Python, you can get a Glock. So you always get kind of different weapons, but more or less it's the kind of loot you can expect from this weapon crate inside of the Greenwood camping park. So in my opinion, the best crate you can get inside of the Greenwood camping park is that weapon crate. So if you see it, in my opinion, definitely get it. Now we're gonna go inside of this quarantine zone. In my opinion, the quarantine zone is the best location out of all of those 3. You can definitely profit here the most. So let's use up another GPS here. And we also got a Glock crate. I'll show you what kind of loot we can get from this Glock crate, but it's not that great. It's not much better than the weapon crate from the Greenwood camping park. I want to show you actually another crate that you can get here. You always get the oak crate. And if you're farming oak, if you want to upgrade your base to level 4, you'll need to upgrade first of all to level 3. So let's just go straight here. And yeah, around this place, we gotta kind of stop because here you can profit. Maybe you can even run on foot. Maybe you can sneak attack some of the zombies. There's definitely a better way to kill all of these guys. But hey, we just got him. Now let's loot this car. Here we've gotten, look at this. We've already gotten 4 bandages and 1 fuel canister. These locations need an incredible amount of fuel. So there's that. Be ready to use up all of that fuel. Now we're gonna try to fight all of these zombies here. I'm here using these melee weapons to show you that you can easily kill these guys with melee weapons. These are basic floater bloaters and toxic spitters. Now we have here some other zombies and this floater bloater. It's kind of weird. I did not get the key to this med truck because usually a guy spawns over here. You can loot this guy with the key, but this time I don't see that guy with the key. Maybe he sometimes spawns in different places. I've cleared this place a couple of times and there was always a dead guy here, but not this time. Interesting. Well, whatever. You can also loot these shoppers. You will see that these shoppers also have a decent amount of resources, either fuel or bandages, or maybe even both. But these shoppers are definitely worth it. Look at this. We've got 3 fuel canisters, a bit of food, and we can get some fuel inside of these choppers as well. Look at this, plus 5 fuel canisters. So this place is nice to get some fuel. Developers watching this right now are probably like, time to nerf this. Time to nerf these shoppers. But this is the only good thing about these updates. So I really don't think the devs should nerf this. Because if they do nerf this, then there's nothing good about this update. Like, absolutely nothing good about this update. But getting these fuel canisters is at least something. I'm not even sure if you can still profit with fuel, but that is something. I don't know, where's that dead guy? Okay, it started stinking. That's not cool. And I do see something up there. Maybe the dead guy's here. Yes, look at this. So sometimes the dead guy will spawn up here. Look at this. We can frisk that dude. And we can check out this ambulance. I think it's quite fun. The ambulance is going to drop us 3 bandages and 1 fuel canister. So the resources here are definitely better than inside of the Greenwood camping park. And all of this loot is kind of at the entrance of this place. I probably have to mention this again. Just because we got some fuel here doesn't mean we can profit. I'm still not sure if we can profit or not. Okay, so I'm just going this way to get that oak crate. I'm not sure where I can get that oak crate. Whoops. Sometimes I cannot go left with my chopper. So I'm just gonna follow the road here. Oh, and there we go. The oak crate probably must be down that way. So if you drive far enough, these zombies should lose the interest. They should stop following you eventually. Is it here? Yes, I think we got to the... Oh, no, I'm stinking. This is so not good. This is so not good. I'm not gonna be able to sneak attack any of these zombies. That's all right. But we have this oak crate now, so we've arrived to this place. wherever it is. And let's try to bring this oak crate to the base. So there we go. There's the entrance. We have here some zombies that are going to attack us. It should be quite easy. We don't have any bosses inside of this place. At least I don't think so. They did add one of the bosses, some sort of a screecher or a screech. But we've had that boss inside of the northern region already for daily tasks when you need to unlock that radio tower. So we've definitely had that before. And there we go. We have this oak crate inside of this place. So let's quickly kill these floater bloaters. Okay, here we've gotten more resources. We got some more bandages. And let's bring this oak crate back to the chopper. If you know any other little secrets about these locations, then please let us know in the comments down below, because these places are huge. I am pretty sure that there is some sort of hidden crate somewhere, so it'll take us some time to explore this entire place. Let's store this thing here on the chopper, and while we're at it, I want to loot this place fully. I think around here, oh, we need more transistors. I don't think I have any more transistors inside of the inbox. I forgot to bring more transistors with me. So apparently to loot this place now, you need shovels, you need crowbars, and also transistors. In my opinion, they should just drop transistors inside of the camp then, because they are dropping lots of useless stuff. They might as well just drop transistors. But this place doesn't have anything insane anyway, maybe like 2 or 3 bandages maximum. And there's something else I'd like to show you about this location. There's a massive outpost, and I'm pretty sure it's kind of close to us. That's where this Glock crate has spawned, so let's go towards the Glock crate, because I want to show you here the largest POI out of all of them. And I think we have definitely arrived. So let's stop the chopper, let's leave, and let's kill all of these zombies. We have 15,000 zombies now attacking us because I am stinking. Usually it's a little bit easier. And there we go, we got him. So let's start entering this place. Sadly, now every single zombie will be attacking us because we're stinking. But I don't want to go back to the base, take a shower, and then come back here again just to show you how to clear this place when you're not stinking, because you'll just be able to sneak attack these zombies. And it's not like I was planning to sneak attack these zombies anyway. I just want to show you what you can find here because I like this camp. I think it's kind of fun. Here you can get a crowbar. You can also get the fur and even more oak logs if you're into that stuff. If you're here to open up that oak crate, then I think it's also worth it for you to grab these oak thingies as well. Also, the fur is quite nice. You can just grab it and not worry about it later. You won't have to farm foxes, maybe. Now, that our chopper is still there at the entrance. Let's go over here. We're going to get this VSS to deal with these medics real quick. And over here, we'll be fighting a boss. I'm not sure if there are more bosses added to this game. Actually, there's a Leshen added to this place, but it doesn't really guard any good loot. And yeah, over here, let's activate the generator, and we'll need to fight that boss. I don't like this boss that's about to spawn. I think the design of it is kind of lame. And we have some toxic spitters attacking us. Bro just jumped here. And, okay. And look at this. He's just gonna keep spamming these attacks. And all you have to do is just run around him, shoot him, and we're gonna kill the Screech. I feel like there's so many fun boss designs that they can make that are fun to kill. But they just want to add bosses that spam attacks. They just want to add bosses that require no skill to kill. I would have loved a boss that's kind of slow, maybe throwing some things that you can avoid and maybe kill with whatever. Bosses that you can kite, I have no idea. Well, we killed that Screech. Bro drops us some random resources like springs and big bones. So there we go, the boss is dead. Let's get inside of this place real quick. We're gonna kill once again a bazillion zombies. There we go, all of the medics are dead. Let's open up this thing. There isn't a single crate inside of this room. And there we go, the Glock crate is going to be up here. As you can see, it's kind of weird how it's hidden. But hey, this is the Glock crate. I'm not going to be bringing it to the base because I want to open up that oak crate. What does it say? Use your power. I'm confused. Whatever, I guess. But hey, sadly, we cannot bring 2 crates to the base because I would have loved bringing this Glock crate and that oak crate. Okay, so here we have another crate that we can open up. We can get some tanned fur, more bandages, some oak planks. So yeah, this place is definitely nice for oak, for the fur. Let's open up this door. We have more crates. So as you can see, this place is kind of large. It's definitely fun to loot, definitely fun to explore. And we have here one more crate with more first aid kits with a bunch of other resources. And I actually decided to bring the weapon crate to the base because the oak crate is simple. This is the loot that you get inside of the oak crate. You get a bunch of oak logs but the weapon crate might change time to time, so we might get different loot. So let's just open up the weapon crate. I think it's more interesting. So we also have this gate here. Just use the crowbar to open this place up. And here we can get more loot. Look at this. We got more crates. Inside of this crate, we've gotten more fur, more oak logs. And we have one more crate up here. And inside of this crate, we got more oak logs and more fur. However, this is not it. It looks like we have looted this entire place. There isn't much left here. Once again, we need one more transistor. Actually, we need 5 more transistors to loot that box. But once again, the loot isn't going to be that insane. But other than that, it looks like we have looted mostly everything here, right? Wrong. That's where you would be wrong, because there's one more crate that you cannot loot. It says locked from the other side. It doesn't make any sense. I just realized that. Honestly, it's the most dumb thing ever. But it's last day on Earth, ladies and gentlemen. So there's that gate. We could have easily done something to that gate. We could have climbed over that gate or something. But nah, that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna go all the way around this. We'll fight some zombies on the way. And look at this. Around this place, there will be this entrance. It says quarantine everywhere on it. And to enter this place, you need a C4. And I did bring a C4 from the base because I wanted to loot this place. I wanted to show it for you. So let's place a C4 in this thing. It doesn't make any sense. Why do we have to use a C4 to enter this place when we could have just used something more simple? There we go, to open up this gate, right? Look at this gate. We could knock it. We could probably open it with our foot. Yep. Now we can open up that gate. And here we can loot this chest. So just basically for this chest, you can use a C4. And here you can get a bit of steel. You can get a bit of fuel, some oak planks, and some factory parts and first aid kits. So is one steel bar and basically 2 factory parts worth 1 C4? It is up to you. Now you have to bring the C4 with you if you are planning to loot this place. If you have lots of C4s, maybe. If you don't raid often and you have like 20, 30, 40 C4s at the base, maybe it's nice to exchange these C4s to get some steel bars. But I believe they could have added more steel bars because you need 5 steel bars to open up a sunken crate. It's like the devs are telling you that, you know what, steel bars are not hard to get. Stop whining. You can use 5 steel bars to open up 1 sunken crate. But yet, they're not going to give you a bunch of steel bars inside of these new locations. They're like, yeah, just get 1 steel bar because steel bars are very rare. So that's kind of weird. But I believe this is my favorite point of interest to loot inside of this quarantine zone. It's fun that you get to use a C4, even though it might not be very, very worth it. It depends. We are back at the base. Let's open up this Glock crate from the quarantine zone. Let's take the crate. Once again, they could have kept the acid bath. They could have made the acid bath smaller if they thought it was taking too much place. They could have done something with it. I don't know. They could have added this buzzsaw attachment to the acid bath. They still could have saved it, in my opinion. But hey, let's open up this crate now. For whatever reason, we'll require 10 oak planks to open up this crate with equipment. I'm not sure how and why it works. But hey, let's start opening that stuff up. And yeah, let's just skip it. And this is what we were able to get. So as you can see, it's not that amazing. We got a Glock and we got a revolver, and boom, this is what I was able to get last time from my first ever quarantine zone weapon crate. But yeah, comparing this crate to the crate that we've gotten from the Greenwood camping park, I don't know. We got 3 nice melee weapons and a Glock. So I'm not saying that this crate is bad. Now, once again, let's look at the oak crate. Boom. The oak crate definitely has lots of oak in it, and it's probably better to just get that oak crate if you don't want to farm oak. You can save some iron hatchets. Maybe you can even save some time by not farming those oak trees. I think the oak crate is one of the best crates you can get from this update. But yeah, the crate here is not the worst, but it's mid. That's all I have to say. But the more I think about it, the better it becomes. I mean, 3 melee weapons, a Glock, and a revolver. It's not the worst crate, by no means. I'm not saying that that crate is the worst. Probably depends where that gun crate spawns in the first place. And now let's go to the worst location out of all of those 3. In my opinion, this quarantine zone is all right. You can definitely profit. Even that weapon crate, the more I think about it, the better it probably becomes. It just depends where that weapon crate spawns. 3 nice melee weapons and a Glock plus a revolver. It's all right. I think you can definitely profit, or maybe at least break even. The Greenwood camping park is okay. You can snoop around. Maybe you can profit. Here, as I've already mentioned, inside of the quarantine zone, you can get oak crates. But this frozen training ground place is just wow. Because out of all the crates you can get inside of the frozen training grounds, the copper ore crate is the best. But oh boy, this place sucks. I hate this place. I legitimately get headaches when I go to this place. I just absolutely hate it. As soon as you come here, you need to have the best gear here, because if you have this fur gear, it's not enough. Then you need to drink these berry tinctures, right? Drink the berry tinctures. And the amount of frozen zombies here is out of this world. Wait, whoops. Let's not forget the GPS thing, because it's going to be impossible for me to find the crates here. Let's get that GPS. And hey, let's go towards that copper ore crate. So I don't see the copper ore crate on the map. It's going to be probably hidden behind the aluminum crate. Yep. It is hidden behind the aluminum crate. So let's probably go to the left here, because there will be some sort of a camp. And I definitely don't want to loot it. But just the amount of zombies inside of this place is... unbelievable. Okay, look at this, look at this, look at this. All of them are just coming here and they're destroying your winter armor. You gotta farm in this winter zone now. That's the worst part about this. Because just farming Bunker Alpha is not gonna be enough for you to clear this place. You will have to farm the winter zones. And look at this, I'm starting to freeze here. So I'll need to get off my chopper and warm up very soon. Can bring some wood here and warm up with that. Whoops, let's just stop this. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna get the copper ore crate. Maybe. I'm gonna use these scorchers, that way we can kill these zombies faster. You can probably use your flare guns. And yeah, look at this. The copper ore is gonna be... The copper ore crate is gonna be inside of this place. And, whoops, I need to heal up, so let's use those things. Because right now there is a blizzard. So even when we have that berry tincture, is not enough. So, yeah. We need to drink even more. So this place is already difficult, and yet there are some cool mechanics, don't get me wrong. Like getting frozen and whatever else, I think those are cool mechanics, but the amount of zombies that we have here is just unbelievable. Maybe it's still possible to profit from this place. I don't know. What I know, though, is that it's very expensive, and for whatever reason, I just don't like being here. As I've mentioned, I get headaches just by being here, and every time I come into these frozen grounds and I stay here for a while, I just want to stop playing this game. Let's get the copper ore crate and let's bring it to the chopper. But here's something I need to clarify. You don't have to kill every zombie here. You don't need to clear this place, because the quarantine zone and the Greenwood camping park is an interesting place to explore. I want to explore those places, but exploring the frozen grounds is not fun. However, if you have the GPS, you can just come here, grab that copper ore crate, and go back home. And I'm pretty sure you will profit. Getting the copper ore crate is probably 120% worth it. I can do this on my free-to-play account. That way I can get copper. This copper ore crate is going to help you assemble your level 4 walls. So you don't have to do now what I'm about to do. Whatever I've done here, I don't have a headache for doing all of that. It's fine. But I'm getting a headache when I need to do stuff like this. When we need to activate this, whatever this thing is called, the generator, right? We activated the generator. Now we'll have 15,000 zombies that we gotta kill. There we go. We're gonna kill all of these guys. You can just use your flare guns. Flare guns are a little bit cheaper. But just look at it. Look at all of these guys. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. And each of them have like 500 health. The amount of frozen weapons you gotta use here. And for things like this, I start getting a headache. Because I don't think it's fun. I'd rather fight a mini-boss than 5 zombies here. I guess it depends. There's always a balance. But this place already has a lot of small zombies. I'd rather fight a mini-boss that has like 1,000 health or whatever than fight a bunch of these guys. I think that way it'd be more fun. So, now we can touch this thing. We can spawn the airdrop, and that's where I get headaches. The airdrop thing. Even bigger headaches. Do you copy? Waiting for coordinates and supplies. Let's do this. Coming in, we've got the coordinates. The airdrop's on its way. Expect an airdrop by the abandoned gas station. Over and out. And the gas station in this place. Oh, boy. I am pretty sure the gas station is going to be where the wool is at. Right, so let's go to the wool location. That's got to be the gas station. Yeah, that's 120% the gas station. So I'll be able to show you why I don't like this place. Why my head starts to hurt. The amount of zombies we got here is ridiculous. You maybe need to bring Molotovs, but even bringing Molotovs to this place isn't going to help you because zombies need to stay in one place. So I had some wood inside of the inbox. Let's light up this bonfire just so that we could warm up a little bit. Let's drink another berry tincture. And let's go towards that airdrop. The gas station itself. Look at this. Look at the amount of zombies. Look at them. Look at all of them. This is ridiculous. Why do you need to fight these zombies? They need to, like... I don't know what they need to do. They need to remove, like, 70% of the zombies here. Not, like, 20%, 30, 50%. Like, at least 70, 80% of these zombies here. This is insane. Look at the minimap. Look at the minimap, guys. Just look at it. They're all guarding that airdrop. This is insane. How can this place not give you a headache? They could have added the airdrop to the Greenwoods camping park, for example, or to any other place, but they decided to add this airdrop zone inside of this northern region where you need a bunch of fire weapons. And I don't know, that's not it. Just look at it. Look at it. We have more of these guys. We have more. You might be like, oh, but that's not that bad. Actually, nobody probably said that. It's horrible. And we have more, ladies and gentlemen. We have more zombies. Look at it. More. More. So if you're gonna use your flare guns, say goodbye to your armor, to your other stuff. Melee weapons, you'll just shred your armor with melee weapons. And melee weapons also cost stuff here, like bringing whatever those things are called, slashers. They're expensive. But hey, we had to fight all of those zombies to get this airdrop. And you can guess what we're gonna get inside of this airdrop. Nothing. This is what we got inside of this airdrop for killing all of those guys. We got one flare gun. Okay, we got warming up kits and like some resources for the event. But that's about it. It's not worth it. It is definitely not worth it. And this time, at least I was able to get a flare gun. I think my first time when I've looted this airdrop thing, I did not even get a flare gun. I can probably loot this place and show you why it also sucks. Look at this. We're gonna loot this car. Can't loot it because the alarm's gonna spawn some zombies. Yep. Let's kill another batch of zombies. Let's use up another gun. Yep. Look at this. We got frozen phantoms, frozen giants. This is insane. Maybe I am doing something wrong. Please let me know. Maybe this is just a distraction. Maybe you're not supposed to loot these cars. Like, was it worth it to loot this car? Because look what we're going to get inside of this car. We got some things and one fuel canister. It's just not worth it. You should not loot this place then. That's all I have to say. You shouldn't just loot it. So I think that's the whole point with this gas station here and with this northern region. I brought like 3 or 4 scorchers and all of them are gone. Looting this entire place is probably not worth it. Looting the cars is not worth it. Well, let's use this, whatever, fire breath, apocalypse breath. There's got to be an entrance. There we go. Let's enter the gas station. So looting this entire place, in my opinion, is some silly billy stuff, right? We can loot this place. We got to use a crowbar for it. Yep, there's also a chest inside of it. And I want to show you what you can do inside of this gas station because that's not it. You can get some fuel from this place, but to get the fuel, you need to have empty fuel canisters. So if you don't have empty fuel canisters, you're not going to be able to profit. You're not going to be able to even get that fuel. Look at this. We're going to loot another car. Wee. We have more zombies. So you just shouldn't loot these cars. These cars are traps. Honestly, when you're here, just don't loot these cars because they are not worth it whatsoever. Because, whoops, we're going to heal up again. We got nothing inside of this car. Look at this. For one tool, it's definitely not worth it to kill these zombies. Now, we can go and loot this guy. We're going to get a key, probably. And my inventory's full. Okay, now we can get it. We got a key. There we go. Key to the storeroom. We're not going to be able to bring it to the base because it says here you lose it when you exit the Uncharted Territories. So we got that key. Now with that key, we can go inside of this room over here. And I believe all of these things are fun to do. Don't get me wrong. But just imagine the amount of time you have to spend. Plus, look at this. Of course, we're going to have another bazillion zombies that you got to kill here. Look at this. You got to kill all these zombies. And I think you'll get like 5 or 6 fuel canisters. It is far from worth it. And maybe there is a way to kill all of these zombies cheaply. Somehow, some way. Sneak attacking, leaving or something. I don't know. Maybe. Just maybe. Okay, so I just got some fuel from the inbox. Now we have more empty fuel canisters. Let's get that. And look at this. All of this work. Look at the minimap. Look at the amount of zombies we had to kill here. And those are not basic toxic zombies or whatever. These are frozen zombies, dude. That's a lot of zombies for a green zone. Well, we can get that. We got some gasoline. We got 2 fuel canisters. And up here, we should be able to get some more. Let's get it. My inventory's full. Excuse me? Okay, well, how about now? Let's heal up and let's get it. We got more fuel. So now we have a total of 4 fuel canisters. So killing all of those extra zombies, looking for the key, we got 4 fuel canisters for all of this work, for killing all of these zombies that you can see here on the map. It is more than ridiculous. Look at it. I'm just walking around and I'm looking. at that mini-map and I'm just seeing an insane amount of zombies. This is insane. The amount of time and the amount of fuel it takes for you to get to this place, and you're looting the gas station and you got only 4 fuel canisters. If this place gave you a stack of fuel, then I'm not even sure if it's worth it. And I apologize if I sound like I'm complaining here. I don't think I'm actually even complaining here. I'm just pointing out how ridiculous this place is, because it is ridiculous. And inside of this place, we got food and a crossbow. But oh well, as I've mentioned, you don't have to clear the gas stations. You don't have to do anything. And that's why I think this place gives me a headache, because it's a massive place. It's fun, but you can't do anything here. At least you can come here and get this copper ore, which is worth it. We are back at the base, and now let's open up this copper crate. But you just have to remember, to get this copper crate, we did not have to kill all of those zombies. We've just done this for fun. I just wanted to show you how ridiculous is that frozen camping ground. I believe that the copper ore crate is maybe the first, maybe the second best crate you can get from this update. So maybe the oak crate is the best, maybe the copper ore crate is the best. It just depends what you're looking for yourself. So let's fill that stuff up and let's start opening it up. I believe I might be farming these copper ore crates on my free-to-play account, because I would like to build a 3x3 steel room there before I raid. So there's that. Now let's open up this crate. And boom, as you can see, we have gotten 80 copper ore plus 5 copper bars. I think last time we got more things. And I'm looking right now at the previous copper ore crate that I've opened up last time. So I got 101 copper ore plus 3 copper bars. So in total, that's like 23 copper bars, I believe, once these copper ores are smelted. And here I believe we got 21 copper bars, because we got 80 copper ore. That's basically 16 copper bars plus 5 copper bars that are already smelted. So yeah, that's 21 copper bars. So I guess on average you get 21 to 23 copper bars, and I think it's worth it. You can definitely dip into that place. You can grab that stuff and just go back home. Maybe it's worth it. Depends. I'll definitely be trying that on my free-to-play account. And once again, I'd like to mention this, but now you cannot store anything inside of this buzzsaw, as you have these X's here, so you're not going to be able to store anything. And before I show you every single crate here inside of this game, I'd just like to recap the northern region. Maybe you don't have to clear that entire place. Maybe it's by design that you don't have to clear that entire place, but it's just kind of sad that they've added a lot of content, but you shouldn't clear this because you're not going to profit. So by design, you should not clear this, but then why add all of that content? I don't know. At least you can get copper ore crates. That's something. It took me quite a while to assemble all these images inside of one digestible place, but there we go. Boom. This is the lead ore crate. You can get this lead ore crate from the swamp location, and here we've gotten 16 lead ore. To open up this lead ore crate, you require 5 titanium alloys, 5 air filters, and 5 acid. It's 130% not worth it. Sadly, I don't have the infected box and the sunken box to show you, but most likely the loot stayed the same inside of these crates because they did not buff the ore crate. Now let's talk about another crate. We have this iron ore crate from the Greenwoods camping park. Inside of this crate, we were able to get 145 iron ore. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's just faster to go and farm that iron on your own. So it just depends. I'll be checking that stuff out on my free-to-play account. We also got this Greenwood provision crate. I wish they gave us more meat inside of these provision crates, because here we got some berries, we got a bit of turkey, and we got a bunch of fish. If you have the cat tree, maybe it's useful for you to feed that cat, but other than that, I don't know. It's a 50-50 crate. Maybe it's useful to some people. There we go. There's the stone crate. Inside of the stone crate, we got 165 stones. Maybe worth it, maybe not. Probably not. It's just better to go and farm that stone on your own. It's faster, probably cheaper too. And there we go. This is the Greenwood weapon crate. We've opened it up today. I think we got a bit different loot, but this is the first Greenwood weapon crate that I've opened up. And I think it's a good crate, one of the better crates that you can definitely get. And this is the pine wood crate. Here you can get 265 wood plus a little bit of charcoal. Maybe worth it if you don't want to farm this wood on your own, but probably it's just faster to chop those trees yourself. But maybe it's something. Maybe it's something. Like that, you won't have to store the wood inside of your base. You'll be able to just store that wood on the buzzsaw. Maybe good, maybe not. Probably not. 50-50. And there we go. There's the leather crate. One of the most disappointing crates that you can probably get, because here you only get 11 rawhides and 2 leather. the loot here should probably double or maybe even triple, if not quadruple. I don't know. The loot is definitely comical. When I saw this for the first time, I didn't believe my eyes. And there we go. Now, this is the first crate from the quarantine zone. This is the oak crate. As we have already established, this is a really nice crate. Here we've got an 140 oak logs. You can save a decent amount of iron hatchets, and maybe you can even save a decent amount of time. It does cost a bit of fuel. It might cost you some weapons, but maybe it's a less boring way of farming wood. And there we go. This is the quarantine zone provision crate. Once again, we just got a bunch of berries, a little bit of meat. We got, sadly, no turkey. Maybe you can still get it, because in some of those crates, the loot just varies. It's not the same, but on average, this is what you'll be able to get. Once again, bunch of fish. And this is the quarantine zone weapon crate. So today we've gotten 3 melee weapons, but inside of my first quarantine zone weapon crate, I got 2 melee weapons and 3 guns, and 2 of them being revolvers. So it's a 50-50 crate. I think the oak crate is better, but if you don't need oak, then maybe this weapon crate is all right. Then we have this fur crate. Here we've got an 49 fur and 4 tanned fur. Maybe worth it to some people. I think it's still a little bit comical. They should probably double the loot inside of this fur crate. And the thermite crate is also quite hilarious. I'd like to see double the amount of, or maybe triple the amount of thermite inside of this weapon crate. So this is also the first crate inside of the frozen weapon grounds. And there we go. Boom. Inside of the frozen training weapon ground weapon crate, we got these kind of weapons. We got 2 flare guns, 2 guns, and a melee weapon. Maybe it's all right if this gun crate spawns really close to you. If you go there and you get it, maybe it's fine. Honestly, this crate might also be 50-50. Not the best crate, not the worst crate. It's a mid crate if you can get it cheaply. You can definitely profit from this crate. And this is the aluminum crate. So we got here how much? So we got here 180 aluminum ore plus 5 aluminum bars. You'll have to smelt lots of aluminum. To those that maybe require a lot of aluminum, maybe it's a good crate. You can probably smelt aluminum wires from Bunker Alpha, so there's that. Also, there we go. This is the Frozen Training Grounds provision crate. We got, once again, bunch of fish. We also got here this golden sturgeon that you can use to increase your chances of getting a true friend dog, and plus bunch of other resources here. Not enough meat, in my opinion. I wish we could get more meat from this weapon crate. And there we go, the copper ore crate, as we have already established, probably one of the better crates that you can get from the Frozen Training Grounds. Also, probably from all those 3 locations. You can get a bunch of copper here. So that's a decent crate. Inside of the Frozen Training Grounds, you can also get this wool crate, so you can decide if it's worth it or not. So that's 83 wool pieces plus 6 woolen fabrics. Not sure if it's good or bad, but there we go. That's a crate. If you need that stuff, maybe it's worth it. Also, it depends how many weapons you'll have to use for this crate. It depends where these crates spawn. And boom. Those that want to see all of these 16 crates in one place, excluding the lead ore crate, you can see everything on the screen. Icons are pretty small, but I'm pretty sure if you take a screenshot, you can zoom in and you can get the idea of what loot you can get inside of these crates. Took me like 5 hours to open up all those crates during the live stream, plus took me quite a while to assemble all those images in one place. And now let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this update? In my opinion, they could have packaged it a little bit better. They've definitely fumbled some things. The removal of the acid bath, the buzz saw, the different recipes here, some of the crates could be better. And I don't know, hopefully in the future, developers will maybe buff these crates or something. I have no idea. Maybe the acid bath will make a return. Who knows? But I'm interested to hear your thoughts. And I highly suggest you checking out the live stream where I've opened up all those crates, or click here on the second card and you'll go to a recommended video just for you, or hop over to my channel, go to playlist, and there you'll find a lot of other games that I've played here on the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely make sure to drop that subscribe button, and see you in the next one.